Hey, Mark.
Hey, Alan, how are you?
It's hard to know how to start these things, isn't
It
it?
is.
Yeah. Well, why don't we start by telling us who you are?
Okay. I am Mark Rechner, and I'm currently the senior warden here at St. John's, and
Yeah.
I attend the 10:30 service.
Excellent. And how did you get to St. John's? Tell us a little bit about what brought you here.
That's an interesting story.
That's why
Uh,
we're here.
exactly. I was raised Catholic, and for most of my life, I went to St. Bernard's in downtown Akron. And then later, my mom and dad ended up going to Immaculate Heart, and I went with them occasionally, but I was in college, so I would still go to St. Bernard's
Okay.
usually. And my first wife was a member here at St. John's, and so we got married here, and that's how I got here. Now, an
That's great.
interesting story about that, it was 100 degrees the day I got married to my first wife.
Yikes.
And almost 10 years ago, I got married to Diane,
Mhm.
and it was 95 degrees.
Wow.
And this was before the church was air conditioned, of
Wow.
course.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, and still you have wonderful memories to overlap the sweat that was rolling down your back.
Yes, absolutely.
That's great. Well, you mentioned that you were a senior warden.
Hmm.
Tell us a little bit about what that is, and some people might not know. So whatever you want to
Okay.
share.
Um, as you know, we have a vestry here at St. John's, and that's the elected group that takes care of the business of St. John's and making sure that we're a viable church. When necessary, that means finding a new priest.
Mhm.
So I have been senior warden, you'll like this, for 5 different priests and 2 interim priests.
Wow.
Yeah. And senior warden is, some people call it the priest's warden, and that's like the head of the council, the head of vestry. There's a senior warden and a junior warden. And the senior warden, when we don't have a priest, the senior warden is in charge
Great.
of the church, which is always fun. And and basically, the senior warden is there to work with the
Mhm.
priest and work with the vestry and also get feedback from the congregation as well.
Is there a part of that that you particularly enjoy?
Um, I think I enjoy doing the announcements on Sunday
Yeah.
morning. Yeah. No, I like being a part of the decision making
Right.
process at
Yeah.
St. John's.
Being in the middle of
I
everything.
do.
Yeah.
I really like that. You get to know what's going on and have to figure out what's the best way of handling challenges.
Yeah. That's great, and I'm grateful for that, and for all of our vestry who get to wrestle with some of those
Mm-hmm.
questions. When we think about St. John's as a larger community, what kind of has kept you coming back to St. John's in those many years? And is there a particular thing about St. John's that really brings you joy?
Um, I think one of the things that brings me back is the friendships I've made here and the people I've gotten to know. I mean, this does feel like a second family to me,
Yeah.
and I've got to know some great people. I mean, it's because of a former deacon and another member of the church that I became a Eucharistic
Hmm.
minister
Yeah.
slash acolyte slash whatever we are. And I've been talked into joining the choir at
Talked
times.
into.
Yes. And I enjoy singing, so,
Yeah.
but I just needed somebody to tell me I was okay.
Great.
And I think it's just the people here.
Yeah.
I've made some really good friends.
Yeah. It's a great place. Yeah. And what about you personally? Do you have any hobbies?
I
What?
do. They've changed over the years as
Great.
I've gotten a little older.
Really?
Golf has been the one consistent
Yeah.
hobby I have. Other hobbies I've had in the past is I used to coach youth basketball
Mm.
and baseball. And I also played basketball and baseball until I was 40.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. And then I've also taken up kind of cooking as a hobby now too.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
There's always opportunity to cook for people if you want to expand and cook for others. Um, if you were to uh, maybe find yourself in a place, and maybe through St. John's or through some other place where you were forming a new community, let's say that St. John's didn't exist and you were starting it from scratch,
Wow.
or St. John's wanted to start a new venture, and you were forming that new community with friends and that second family that you think so highly of. What would need to be in place at that community? What's something that community couldn't do without? Um, does that make sense? What would it have
It
to
does.
have?
Um, I think the community, now that I've become so uh, attached to it, it would have to have like the Book of Common Prayer.
Yeah.
We'd have to have something to help us stay together and help us in our worship.
Right.
I think that would probably be the key thing. We wouldn't need a church building, we wouldn't need anything fancy, but I think something like that would keep us centered and focused on what's important.
That's great. And so, if that were happening, like that regular rhythm as well as the traditional thing that you've inherited, but that regular rhythm, maybe of worship and prayer too.
Right.
Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. That's excellent. I love that.
Very good.
Now, we save the hardest questions for last, but what's your favorite liturgical color of the colors that we use through the different seasons, or your favorite season of the year?
This is tough.
Is it?
Yeah, this is like you're asking me. I've got 3 sons. You're asking me which one's my favorite.
You can tell me off camera which one's your favorite of those, but
depends on which one's in the room.
That's right.
And I think it is the green season.
The green season.
The season of growth.
Yeah, nice.
And that's why I like it, because it is. The other seasons focus on something really important happening.
Yeah.
And I think the green season is more about personal growth for me.
Yeah. So it sounds like some of the things, also it sounds like they're still connected though, like some of the things that we might learn and do and work on during those other seasons help you then when you have some space to kind of breathe and grow and go a little deeper.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't want to put words
No,
in
that's it though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really it, because it's always it's like the hurry up seasons.
Yeah. Right.
And then the green season kind of lets you breathe. And
yeah. Because the calendar doesn't wait.
No.
Easter's coming.
Yes, right.
Well, Mark, thank you for taking some time to answer some questions. And thank you for watching. And if you would like to participate in this, we're hoping to make some rounds through a wide swath of our congregation so that we can continue to get to know each other. And if you want to participate, please reach out or say yes when I tap you on the shoulder. So
it's not hard.
It is not hard. We give you the questions in advance, I promise. All right. Thank you for watching. And thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.